Bob Fioretti is in his second term in the City Council. He's been representing the Second Ward since 2007, and all throughout that time, he's been a very strong critic of both former Mayor Richard M. Daley when he was in office and now Mayor Rahm Emanuel. There's almost no alderman who has voted against the agendas of what we call the fifth floor, against the agendas of the mayor's offices, more than Bob Fioretti, with very few exceptions. That's one thing to criticize the administration. At that level, when you're one of 50 aldermen, the scrutiny is not that intense. Now he's running for mayor, and that's a whole different other level of scrutiny. So what do we have to look at besides his voting record is we have his long career in law and also the past campaigns that he ran and how smoothly or not smoothly those efforts ran. His 2007 campaign, although it was successful from the standpoint of transparency in fundraising and in campaign spending, was absolutely amateurish. If you go by a letter that his own campaign treasurer filed in 2008 and that we've recently obtained from the State Board of Elections, they couldn't keep track of how much money was going out. They didn't keep track of how much money was coming in. Initially, they reported raising and spending a few $100,000, but when they came back and amended those reports later after they did a forensic audit and after they brought in a lawyer and after they paid tens of thousands of dollars as well for bank service fees, they realized that they really had spent and raised $1 million. And even after all that, they could not account for who they had paid in many cases or who they got the money from. They simply put down cash on their campaign finance reports. And that is something that he says will not happen in this campaign because he says he has good people to run his campaign and that he learned from that experience, essentially. Well, his law firm also ended up in a lot of acrimony. I mean, he had a couple of lawyers that worked with him when he shut down his firm a few years ago. In 2011, they sued him and they said that he owed them money, much as a couple of campaign staffers from his 2007 campaign, as we reported a few weeks ago, also said that they had to go to the Department of Labor at the state to get paid fully for working for Fioretti. And by the way, the lawsuit between Fioretti and his former colleagues at his law firm, where he was a named partner, is continuing to this day. He says that he's trying to pay off all the debts from the dissolution of his law firm, which he was the named partner of, but the people that are suing him say he hasn't tried to pay them back.